Hi, this is Joe from 13 Top Tricks, and we have part two, lesson five, and today is all about Jacoby transfers. So let's go ahead and get into it. North is the dealer on the first hand, and they're going to open a no trump. East is going to pass, and now we look at the South hand. So what does South have? They have 1 point, just 1 point, the Jack of Spades. Now, whenever partner opens a no trump, we want to put our hand into one of three categories. Red light, 0 to 7 points. Yellow light, 8 or 9. Green light, 10 or more. So we look at this hand and we have 1 point that's 0 to 7. This is a red light hand. So we want to play this in a part score. Now, if we leave our partner in one no trump and simply pass, what's going to happen? Well, I'm just looking at the north hand here, and we are going to take 4 tricks. The ace of hearts, the king of hearts, ace of clubs, ace of diamonds. The south hand becomes completely useless to us if we're playing in no trump. So leaving partner in no trump means we're going to be down 3. With this hand, we transfer partner to spades by bidding 2 hearts. We've got a nice 6-card suit for partner. We know we have a spade fit, so we can safely put them in spades. The north player bids spades, just like they're supposed to. And what happens? We pass. We're perfectly happy playing in a part score in spades by passing over the 2 spade bid. That's how we show a part score hand, and we end up playing 2 spades. Now, the play on this one is actually pretty straightforward. We're going to be able to make our contract, but they might lead the 10 of hearts, and we'll take the ace. And if we're going to count our losers, we're going to count them in the south hand. So we've taken the ace of hearts. How many losers do we have left? Well, we're missing a heart here. We've got a losing heart. We've got the king to cover one of them, but then we have one losing heart. We have one losing club. We've got the ace to cover one of them. But then after that, we'll lose the other club. We've got one losing diamond. We've got the ace again to cover one of the small diamonds, but then we've got one diamond to lose. And then finally, we're only missing the ace and the king of trump. So unless something strange happens, then we should only lose 2 spades, 1 heart, 1 club, 1 diamond. That's 5 losers. We can afford exactly 5 losers. We're going to make this contract as long as something strange doesn't occur. Okay, they may continue to play on the hearts. We're going to draw their trumps. Doesn't matter which spade we play here, they're all looking the same to me. Okay, if they play another heart, we'll simply ruff it, throwing off one of our little useless cards here. Now we draw the last trump, and you can see that we're going to lose 1 club and 1 diamond. That's 5 losers. We're going to make this contract. Okay, hand number 2. East is going to open. They have a 17 count. They're balanced. 1 no trump. Now, looking at the West hand, we've got 11 high card points. So we immediately think green light, game. Now, which games are we thinking about? Well, spades is possible if partner has a fit with us. Other than that, we would try no trump. The first step with a 5-card spade suit is to transfer. So we bid 2 hearts to transfer partner to spades. They happily will bid 2 spades because that's what they're supposed to do. Now, When we have exactly 5 cards in the spade suit, we're going to bid no trump here as our rebid. Remember, bidding spades again, 3 spades would be showing 6, or 4 spades would be showing 6. We don't have 6, we've got exactly 5, and we have enough for game. So the way we tell partner we have exactly 5 spades and enough for game is by bidding 3 no trump. This allows partner to choose. This is called pass or correct. Now, your partner in the West told you they have 5 spades. You have 3. You know that you have a spade fit with partner, so you bid 4 spades. And that becomes the final contract. Okay, so the South player is on lead, and they might lead the 10 of clubs here, the top of this internal sequence. Okay, so let's count our losers. We have to count our losers from the West hand. It's the hand with longer trumps. So looking at the spades, we're missing the king. So we've got one losing spade. We're missing the ace of hearts. So that's one losing heart. But after that, we've got the king, the queen, the jack, clubs. We've got the ace and we have the king to cover one of our losers. But then we've got 2 losing clubs. No losing diamonds. We've got the ace and we have the king to cover our little 7 here. So 1 losing spade, 1 losing heart, 2 losing clubs. We have 4 losers. We can only afford 3. So we have to figure out what can we do to get rid of a loser. Well, let's look at the spades. First thing, we have a spade finesse that we could try. We could lead a low spade toward ace queen and hope that North has the king. That would allow us to save 1 loser in the spade suit. Okay, that's fine. We're not going to do that right away. We're going to look at the rest of the hand. Well, the hearts. Not much we can do about the heart loser, but the hearts present us with another opportunity. The hearts can be set up, and if we set the hearts up, that would provide us a winning heart. And one of the things we can do with winners in a long suit is we can use them to discard a losing club. So that's another possibility. I could use the hearts to discard a club, but I got to get the hearts set up through promotion. I have to drive the ace out before these are set up. The other concern with hearts is I don't want them to trump a heart. So before I tackle the heart suit, I might need to get the spades out so they don't trump. Now, the clubs. One thing I could do is I could rough clubs in the dummy, but there's a problem with this strategy. Roughing in the dummy, I'm looking at the dummy hand. This isn't really the dummy, it's the dummy hand. The shorter trump suit is called the dummy hand. If I'm roughing in the short hand, I'm having to use big trump to do it. And I kind of need those in place so I can finesse the spades. So trumping clubs in the east hand may not be such a great idea. Diamonds, I don't have any losers. I'm not really worried about that. So I think I'm going to try the spade finesse, and then I'm going to try and set up the hearts. So that's my plan. In order to try the spade finesse, I need to be in the west hand. Remember, a finesse works by leading toward the card I wish to win with. The queen is not high. I'm hoping to win with it. So I need to be in the dummy. So I'll take the ace of clubs because that's where I want to be. Now I'm going to try a small spade toward the east hand. North has no reason to play the king. They're going to play second hand low. And we'll try the queen or the jack. It doesn't really matter which one. And look at that. The queen wins. I'm pretty sure North has the king now. I need to try the finesse again. In order to try the finesse again, where do I need to be? I have to be in the west hand. How do I get there? Aha, the ace of diamonds is a quick trip. Okay, great. Now we're in the right hand to try the finesse again. North plays small, and I try the jack, and it wins. Now, I've drawn 2 rounds of spades. That means 8 of them have been played out. I've got 4 left. There's only one left. It's the king. I can just play the ace. And now the king is simply going to fall because I was counting. Now that the trump are gone and I'm not worried about them trumping a heart, now I can work on the hearts. They take their ace to establish their heart suit, or to take their winner, but it establishes our heart suit. All right. Now looking at the dummy, they probably are going to try a club. We'll take our king, and now they're just going to play off our hearts. Now, we can throw off a losing club. Now, all we do is cash out our diamond. And we're going to lose 1 club. So we can trump a diamond. And we're eventually going to lose this club to the defense. And we actually make 1 extra trick. Okay, hand number 3. Here we go. South is another 1 no trump opening. They have 17 points. Balanced shape. Pass. Now, what does North have? North has 8 high card points, but they have this nice 6-card heart suit. Now, is this hand red light, yellow light, or green light? So remember that red is 0 to 7, yellow is 8 or 9, and green is 10 or more. Now, you might look at this hand and say, well, it's 8 points. It must be a yellow light hand, right? But it's not. It's actually a green light. Why? Well, if you remember, we get to count extra points for a long suit. So the 8 high card points are in addition to the 2 points we get to add for this 6-card suit. Now, that brings us to 10. This makes it a green light. So how do we handle this? Well, we're going to put the contract in hearts. Now, we have 6 hearts, so we know that we have a heart fit. Remember, they opened a no trump. They don't have a singleton or a void, so we know they have at least 2 hearts. We know we have a heart fit. We're just going to bid 4 diamonds. This is a Texas transfer. It says, partner, please bid 4 hearts. And that's how we get the contract directly into the game we want. Opening lead is probably going to be the jack of spades. It's the top of a sequence. So the jack of spades is led, and on that lead, we look at the south hand and the north hand, and we're going to consider how many losers we have. So, hearts. We're missing the queen of hearts, but we have the ace, the king, the jack, and the 10. So we've got 1 losing heart. Spades. On the spade lead, we actually have only 1 losing spade. Why? They gave us a free finesse on the opening lead. How nice of them. Now the jack suggests it's from jack 10. We lead the top of a sequence of 2 touching or more honors. So they've given us a free finesse on the opening lead. We only have 1 losing spade. Diamonds. We've got 1 losing diamond. We've got the ace and the king, but after that we've got a little guy, and then we have a losing club. So we have uh, one losing heart, one losing spade, a losing diamond, and a losing club. We have to do something in order to prevent one of these losers. Now, looking at the heart suit, there's a finesse we can try. We can play the king of hearts, high card from the short side, and then a small heart toward ace jack. We hope the queen is in the west. If it is, we can pick it up. Okay, what else? Diamond finesse. We can play the king of diamonds and then a low diamond toward ace jack. Again, we hope the queen is in the east. So those are our possibilities to pick up one extra trick here, and then we would have only 3 losers if one of those works. So let's go ahead and try. They put in the king, and we take our ace. First thing I'm going to try is the trump. So I play the king. Everybody follows. So far, so good. And now I'm going to try a finesse. Now, most of the time, a 5-card missing suit is going to break 2-3. But today it doesn't. It broke 4-1. So we know that we're going to end up losing the queen of hearts. And you know what? That's okay. The finesse will not work. We're just going to drive their trump out. Now they may take the queen. Okay. Now the reason they took the queen right away is because they're hoping to get a spade ruff. They're hoping that maybe they'll get a spade ruff. So they play a spade. We're not going to play low. We don't want them to score a spade ruff. We're going to grab the queen of spades. And now there's one more trump left, and we know ours is bigger. So we want to get rid of it. The worst thing that could happen here is we could give the defense a spade ruff. We don't want them to ruff a spade. We need to draw the last trump, but we don't have any trump left in the hand that we're stuck in. We have to cross to dummy in order to draw the last trump. Our quick trip to the dummy is the king of diamonds. Now we can safely draw the last trump. And now we can try the diamond finesse. Okay, we really need this diamond finesse to work. They're going to play low. We're going to put in the jack. We're going to hold our breath, and whew, it worked. All right. Now we're going to make it. Okay. We can go ahead and play off a spade. They're going to grab it. And now you see that we're only going to lose one more trick, the ace of clubs. After that, we've got nothing but trumps. Okay, hand number 4. West is going to open 1 no trump. What do they have? They've got 17 high card points and are balanced. North passes. Now, East has what? They have 7 high card points. So they immediately think red light, but they have 5 hearts. They're going to transfer. So they bid 2 diamonds to transfer to hearts. Now, I'm going to teach you something new that I didn't get to in class. And this is called super accepting the transfer. So remember, I told you we're always going to accept our partner's transfer. But sometimes we have a hand where not only we're going to accept the transfer, we're going to tell partner we really like their transfer. When are we going to super accept their transfer? If we have a maximum no trump hand, 17 points, and we have 4 of partners trump, what we can do is something called super accept the transfer. So instead of bidding 2 hearts, we're going to bid 3 hearts. This is called super accepting the transfer. It says, partner, I have a maximum hand. I've got the best hand I can have for you, 17 points, and I've got 4 trump. What do you think, partner? Well, remember what I told you you could do once you found a trump fit. You could count shortness. All of a sudden, this singleton 7 of clubs becomes a liability, becomes an asset and not a liability. Excuse me. Before, if we were going to play no trump, this 7 of clubs was a liability. Now it's an asset. This is enough to go to game. We now bid 4 hearts. And that's where we're going to play it. Now, the North player is probably going to lead the Queen of Clubs. And we're going to count our losers. We're going to count our losers in the East hand. Well, we don't have any losing hearts as long as they don't break 4-0. If they break 4-0, we might lose a heart, but that's unlikely. We hope that doesn't happen. Spades. 1 losing spade. We're off the king. We also have a little one here. We can try something with the spades. We can finesse. And if the finesse succeeds, we can trump a spade in the west hand. So we might lose 1 spade. We might lose none. Diamonds. Okay, I'm missing some diamonds, aren't I? That's going to be a problem. Now, we're missing 5 diamonds. We hope they break 2 and 3. But we also have a finessing opportunity with the diamonds. Now, what's the right way? What diamonds am I missing? I'm missing the king. If I lead a low diamond toward the queen, if North has the king, the queen is going to score. So we would lead low toward the card we're hoping to win with, the card that's not high. Leading the queen is not going to be helpful. We have to lead towards it. And I've got a losing club. There's not much I can do about that losing club, especially because they're going to grab it right away. When you see the singleton in the dummy as a defender, and your partner has led the queen, well, we know that they don't have the king because we lead the top of touching cards. If they had the king, they wouldn't have led the queen, which is why it's very important to make a lead from the top of touching cards. Now, the club lead has actually given us a free finesse. Now our king is good. We can actually use it to discard a losing diamond. That'll be helpful. Now, looking at this hand, I don't think I'm going to return a club. Seems a little risky. I don't think I want to play a spade. Maybe I'm going to play a diamond. Maybe my partner's got the ace of diamonds and they can give me a ruff. Okay. Now, the jack of diamonds is a really suspicious lead, folks. I'm missing the king, right? If the south player had the king and the jack, they wouldn't want to lead that suit. Because if you have the king and the jack, you're sitting over this queen of diamonds. So you kind of have to read the defense's intention a little bit here because you can't see their hand. Why would they lay the jack of diamonds down? Could it be a singleton? Well, they certainly are not going to hold the king because if they had the king and the jack, they would save that to cover this queen. This jack smells like a singleton. I better take my ace. If I let the North player in, they're going to start roughing diamonds. I don't like that. I need to take care of the trump suit now. I don't want them to score trump. Now, when I'm done drawing the trump, I kind of want to end in the dummy. Okay? I want to end in the dummy because I want to try that spade finesse later. So the trump have gone around once. They've gone around twice. Oh, good. That was all of them. They broke 2-2. I was missing 4. I collected all of them. 8 have been played. I've got the last 5 remaining in my hand. Now I just need to try my finesses. So a low spade, south is not going to put in the king. We're going to try the queen, and it holds. Great. Now we're going to play the ace of spades. Now I can rough any further spades in the west hand. So this 8 of spades can be roughed later. I don't need to touch the trump. Now, I know the king of clubs is good. I'm going to go ahead and use it to discard a diamond. Why not? And now I just need to finesse my diamond, and I'm pretty sure it's going to work. Remember, I already reasoned that the south player did not hold the king of diamonds. I know it's in the north. I simply try my finesse. North looks at the dummy, and they just surrender and give me the king, give up the king. They'll take their trick, and they're going to try a club or a diamond. It doesn't matter, because I get the rest of the tricks. I can rough the spade, and then I've got nothing but trumps, making 11 tricks. Okay, hand number 5. North has what? 15 high card points, balanced shape. They open 1 no trump. East is going to pass, and South has a 7 count, or 8 count, excuse me. They've got an 8 count. They've got 5 hearts. So is this hand red light, yellow light, or green light? It's yellow light, invitational. We have 5 hearts. We bid 2 diamonds to transfer partner to hearts. Now, we're going to accept the transfer because that's what we're supposed to do. We bid 2 hearts. And now, what does South do? Invitational hand with exactly 5 hearts. We bid what? Yellow light. We bid 2 no trump. Bidding 2 no trump says I have 5 hearts exactly, and I've got 8 or 9 points. I'm inviting you. So, answering our 2 questions, which strain should we play in? Well, if partner has exactly 5 hearts, we don't want to play in hearts. We only have 7 cards. We want to play no trump. Now, are we going to accept the invitation or say no? With 15 points, we're a minimum. We decline the invitation and agree to play 2 no trump. We pass. East is the leader, and they may lead the unbid major. Okay? We haven't talked all that much about leading, but we're going to make a 4th best lead from one of our suits. So it was either going to be a diamond or a spade. Sometimes it's good to lead the unbid major. Now, looking at our winner situation, what is our winner situation? I've got 2 winning spades. I have 1 winning heart. I've got no winning clubs and no winning diamonds. So I have some work to do. Now, spades. They led a low spade, which suggests they have an honor, a 10 or larger card. What if the honor they led from is the queen? It could be. If they have the queen, the jack will score. So I might get a trick in spades if they led from the queen. If they led from the 10, which is the case here, I won't score that. But there's no reason I shouldn't try it. The hearts. I have a heart finesse that I can take. Okay. But I've got 7 of them. I need them. I hope that they might break. That's going to be a little tricky. Clubs, I can promote 1 club by driving the ace out. Diamonds, I can promote a diamond by driving the ace out. There's one other opportunity that you might have missed in the club suit. You can finesse the 10. So we're missing the ace. We're always going to lose the ace, but I don't have to lose to the jack. The 10 might score a trick if the jack is in the west hand. So this is a situation where you're very glad you're not in 3 no trump, because it's going to be real hard to get 9 tricks. You try the jack and it fails. Okay. Now, I'm going to hold up. I'm not going to take my ace or king right now. Okay. I want to try and cut the communication between the east and the west hands. They might continue a spade, and now I'll take one of my ace or my king. Now I'm going to work on the hearts. So I'm missing the king and the queen. I'm going to try the 10. They are probably going to play low, and I'm just going to let it float. What's West going to do? West is going to try, and they're going to grab their king, and they're going to play another spade. Okay. Now, this is a very important defense lesson. I'm going to play the 9. Now, the defender knows a couple things here. The defender knows that I chose to play in no trump instead of playing in hearts. Think about that for a second. If they chose no trump, how many hearts did the North player start with? Just 2. Just 2. So, if you play the queen of hearts right now, they're going to take the ace, and then the jack, and the 8, and the 7. What ends up happening is you set their whole suit up for them. You set their whole suit up for them. If you refuse to take, to put the queen up there, you know that they don't have another heart to get to the dummy if they let the 9 hold. Okay? Now, that puts the declare in a very difficult position. They don't know how the hearts are divided between the 2 players. If they take this finesse, it wins, but now they don't have a quick trip up to the dummy. Okay? Now, they can get there by leading a small club. You have a choice. If you play the ace, their king and their queen are both good. If you play small, you know that you're probably giving them access to the dummy. So the East player is kind of in a no-win situation. Their hearts are now going to run. The ace drops the queen, and the jack is good. And the 8 is good. And now we can play off a diamond, which loses. They're going to cash their 2 black suit winners. And it's actually kind of interesting here. We don't know which card to save. We don't know if the East player's got a diamond left or a club left, but if you guess to hold on to the diamond, you'll make your contract. Not an easy hand to play. Okay, hand number 6, last one. All right, what do we have? 16 high card points, balanced shape. We open a no trump. 5 hearts. Great. We've got 10 points. What color hand is this? Red light, yellow light, or green light? It's green light. Go. 10 or more is go. We know we want to go to game. Which game do we want to try? We're not sure yet. We bid 2 diamonds to transfer to hearts. Partner bids 2 hearts because that's what they have to do. Pass. And now we bid 3 no trump. This says I have exactly 5 hearts. I would like you to pick the game. Which game are we going to pick? We're going to pick 4 hearts. Why? We've got 3 hearts. Partner promised us 5. So we know that we have a heart fit. And we end up playing 4 hearts. Now, 3 no trump on this hand is not going to do very well if they lead a spade. If they lead a spade, they're probably going to set the contract. Okay? Because their spades are going to set up when they lead the king. The jack falls. We only have 1 spade stopper. And we can't get our winners before the defenders get theirs. So in hearts, however, we can trump our losing spades. All right, so they're going to lead the king, top of touching honors. We look at our losers. No losing hearts because we have the ace to cover the jack. 1 losing diamond. We're missing the queen. We have some losing clubs. Those could be a problem. And we don't have any losing hearts. So we've got 3 losing clubs, 1 losing diamond, and no losing hearts. So we have a little work to do here. All right. Now, the diamonds provide us with an opportunity. The diamonds actually provide us with an opportunity. What could we do? Well, we need to draw some trumps first. All right, we don't want them to trump in on our winners. We've counted 8 trump gone. There's only 1 left. Ours is bigger. We're going to go ahead and grab it. All right. Now, we're going to play the ace of diamonds. Now, there's 2 possibilities here. The queen of diamonds could be in the north hand. That would provide an extra trick. Or the diamonds can break 3-3. Okay? So the diamonds are going to be finessed now. We're going to lead low toward king jack. We're hoping to win with the jack. It didn't work. However, we're going to be okay. They're in. They play what? Well, they're not going to play a diamond because that's our suit. We were trying to set it up. A club. They're holding the ace over the king. I want to save the ace to cover the king. If I play the ace, I make their king good. If I play a spade, they're going to rough it. But you know what? I'm okay with that because it uses up one of their trumps. Okay, it uses up one of their trumps. And they only have so many trump. All right. The diamonds break, and I play another one. Okay. I'm going to play another spade. Why? Because I know it's going to put the south player in. I don't want to touch the clubs. I want them to lead the clubs. I'm actually just going to let them have that. Now, what are they going to do? Well, if they lead a club, the king is good. If they play the ace, the king is good. There's no good choices left for the defender. And we managed to squeak by and just make our contract. All right. That's it for today. Thanks for coming by, and we'll see you next time.